pH. I'm going to teach you healthcare and how it's approached around the world. This is potential hydrogen drops, pH drops, and this is what you can get your pool and spa company. I know a few of you walked in late. Let me just give you a crash course. pH goes 0 to 14. 7 is neutral. If it's orange, it's bad. If it's purple, it's good. So pretty simple. I'm going to put about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 drops in each cup. It really doesn't matter. Don't overcook this process. I'll try to do 5. Look at that little.
Wow.
Maybe I was chewing on it. Doesn't match the others. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where it went. Jane.
What?
Jan.
Jan, that's me.
Did you take my straw?
I did, I snuck right up there when you were.
The first couple of times I did this, somebody told me I was contaminating them with the same straw, so I went and got one. It's okay, until you see it, man, you just gotta be skeptical, and I understand it. This is healthcare around the world, and I want you to think of it this way. This is how it's approached. Think of these all as people. This is really most of us in the United States. These are about a 6. You know, what I didn't tell you is when your body goes to get those minerals, you know, to balance your pH, it goes to the safest place first, where it can take those minerals and it stores in your body so it doesn't hurt. It goes to fat, and it stores those minerals, magnesium, potassium, calcium. It stores them in fat so it can go into the fat and reach homeostasis, and that doesn't hurt. You don't even really notice it. It makes it harder to lose weight as we get older, but it doesn't sting. But then it goes up a notch. We get a little older, and it goes to muscle, because we ran out of the properties in the fat, and then it goes to muscle. We get a little bit older, maybe not older, just drinking more acidic things, didn't have anything to do with age. Then it goes to bone. This is a chronological order. If you look at osteoporosis in Europe versus the United States, just go home and research it. Parts per million, per capita. It's landslide. It's epidemic in the United States. Then where do you think it goes when it runs out of that mineral? And maybe we're a little bit older. It goes to brain. Brain has priority. You know, look at dementia and those type of diseases. That used to be our 98-year-old grandmother's disease, didn't it? You know, you hear the story, oh, Mimi's got dementia. And you're like, how's Mimi now? She's 96. And you're like, I hope I make it 96. I mean, I know it's sad, but she's 96. And today, who is it? It's our 50-year-old brother, isn't it? He's got onset dementia. He's got, you know, those type of diseases. Why? Because we burned through that mineral. It's taught around the world. It's just not taught here. Here we treat the symptom. And I'm just telling you there's other ways to do healthcare. If you think, hey, but the United States is pretty good at it. We're 49th. We're not very good at it. It's money. We're not very good at it. Bottled water is just slightly acidic. It's not a big deal. This is 10 times more acidic than your blood. It just takes a few minerals to reach homeostasis. What's homeostasis? Alkaline, right? 7. What are all these things? We get the flu, we get stressed out, we get fatigue, you know, acid reflux. These are the bad boys. These are the 3 pHs, 10,000 times more acidic than your blood. Diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, plantar fasciitis, diabetes, Crohn's, cancer. These are the bad boys, okay? So, slightly acidic, not a big deal. Slightly acidic, not a big deal. You with me? Look at this guy, what we give the kids. It's not that this is acidic, it's how acidic it is. Sports drinks. You think these sports guys are drinking it? They're not. I've shared it with a few of these. I've helped a lot of the New York Knicks buy this, personally. Texas Rangers, LSU baseball players. Personally, I've helped them buy it. Let me tell you where they're at. They're in hyperbaric chambers on Monday morning. They're getting rid of lactic acid. They're not drinking acid. They're trying to get rid of it. That's why you can't work out arms every day, right? Arms, next day chest, then legs. Well, why? You gotta let the lactic acid leave the muscle before you can rebound that muscle. Well, if you're trying to get rid of the lactic acid, uric acid, why would you be drinking it? Well, they're not. On TV they are. Is that hard to hear? You ever see him throw the Gatorade over the coach's head at the end of the game? You ever notice it's full? When you ever? Oh, sorry, coach. It's empty. Fourth quarter. No, it doesn't happen that way. How acidic is this? Has anyone ever been told if their car won't start because the mineral buildup, the acid buildup on the battery, you could use a soda? Who believes that's probably true? We've all heard that, haven't we? Slow it down, guys. This is so acidic. It'll break down battery acid so your battery can make connection. And if you don't get all willy-nilly with it and be smart about it, you can drink the rest. They don't even go together, do they? That doesn't even go together, does it? God made your body to breathe in what? Oxygen? And then as waste, you breathe out carbon dioxide. Who agrees? You breathe in oxygen, and as waste, you breathe out carbon dioxide. Pepsi says, Coca-Cola says, give us a little more money than you did last week, we'll let you breathe in carbon dioxide. Hey, you put it on your battery, get the acid off if you want. And it's only $1. I want to help you with it. Tap water. You're going to hear this. People say, my tap water is alkaline. Well, I'm not here to introduce you to alkaline water. This is alkaline. I'm here to introduce you to alkalized water. Well, what's the difference? Well, this one's alkaline. This one's a positive 500. This one's a negative 500. You with me? See, there's no regulation in this industry. This is alkaline water. You can find this at the grocery store. And so, this ought to be interesting to you. There's not a lot of regulation in this industry. But one of the new regulations are that it has to be alkaline. Your tap water doesn't just have to be alkaline, it has to be specific between 7.2 and 7.6. Don't you find that interesting at all, just logically? There's no regulations, you can put every kind of medicine in there, but our water has to be between 7.2 and 7.6? Why? Oh. These smart women, these smart men learned something a few years ago. When they used to run acidic water through the infrastructure of the city, the pipes would rust, and it would cost the city millions and millions of dollars. Now that they learned to run alkaline water through the city, the pipes won't rust, and the city saves millions of dollars. Pretty simple. I sat where you were thinking, hey, I don't get the problem. That's kind of win-win, isn't it? Their pipes don't rust, our taxes don't go up, we get alkaline water. Isn't that why you drug my rear end down here and made me watch this? To find out there's no regulation on how they do it. So what they do is they dump a pH of 14, which is a carcinogen. Carcinogen means parts per million will kill you, right? And that chemical is called lye, L-Y-E. They dump lye in the water to make it alkaline. Was that good for you? It's a positive 500. No, it's carcinogen bad. But it's alkaline. Who cares about alkaline water? That's the big buzz right now, alkaline water. It's alkalized water. What's the difference? Negative 500. Grabbing free radicals, taking out trash, takes away inflammation. This is the, you with me? People say, hey, until we get one of these, you can buy alkaline water at the grocery store. I can name all the names if you want, but it doesn't matter. You know you can buy it at the grocery store. Well, grab that bottle and flip it over and just read it. They write it on the bottle. They might have all the nice words, electrolytes and everything, but then they'll write the #1 property is sodium bicarbonate. So go Google sodium bicarbonate and it is baking soda. So you can put baking soda in water and make it alkaline. Is that good? Not if it's a positive 500, it's not good. Are you with me? If I took a stagnant ditchwater pond with amoebas and it's gonna make you sick and probably kill you, and I sprinkle some baking soda in it, it's gonna come up purple. But it's gonna still kill you. You know, alkaline water is not good, it's alkalized water. This is electrolyzed reduced water, medical grade. It's restructured, it's OH negative, it's not H2O with baking soda. There is a big difference. And the marketplace is winning because guess how much those cost today? We talked about it, they're not $1 anymore, are they? That bottle's now $3 because you learned a little bit about alkalinity. Now it was $1, and now, we can still get them. You can still get them. I mean, it's just crazy what we're buying into. And this one is alkaline if you have to see it. I never saw it before. Now let me help you. You go to a Japanese hospital and they say, hey, what's going on? Which one are you? And you say, I don't know. I came here for you to tell me. And they say, it's real simple. We'll tell you who you are. We just got to check your pH. Oh, you're this guy. It's not a big deal. You just need a few minerals. We got to move you alkaline. And this is mineral rich. Well, how powerful are these minerals? It didn't take much, did it? You between that one glass I drank tonight, that's why I slept better? Yeah. My feet hurt, my feet tingle, I have restless leg syndrome. Are you saying that one glass I drank last night is why I didn't have restless leg syndrome last night? Yes. The inflammation went away. Well, I take magnesium, not like this, you know. How strong is this? Remember this, too. You're just 10 times more acidic than your blood. It's not a big deal. If you're drinking bottled water, it's not the worst thing you can do. It doesn't take but a few minerals to reach homeostasis. It grabs them, boom. Not a big deal. I'm not feeling so hot. Grab a few minerals. You with me? But you got to admit how powerful this is. When you're 10 times more acidic than your blood, it's not a big deal. This is what we're giving the kids. This is 10,000 times. So how many minerals, acid eats minerals, right? I'll show you that, that's acid. When you're drinking something acid, it's gonna reach in the property and eat minerals. No, I can't get more in there. You're still acidic. You're still dealing with diabetes, you're still dealing with inflammation, you know, because it's too acidic. You don't have enough minerals. Now it's gotta go reach them somewhere else, reach them somewhere else. And when you lack those minerals, now you're dealing with restless leg syndrome and diabetes and acid reflux. And what does that have to do with pH? Everything. It's just not taught here. It's just not taught here. Sports drinks, don't think these sports guys are drinking it. They're trying to get rid of lactic acid. Don't think Gatorade's gonna help you when you're sick. It's too acidic. It's inviting inflammation. People say, I know what soda's gonna do. Really? Did you see a difference in pH? There's none. Go back to drinking soda. If you're a big, I like soda, it tastes the best, but this one's the best for me. Go back and drink it. Stop drinking it, doesn't matter. I'm telling you, you're gonna deal with those health issues, and that's a fact. You know what color this one's gonna change?
Nope.
So we never know. Is it high blood pressure week? Is it schizophrenia week? I mean, we don't know.
Right.
Jan, what color is this? Okay, Miss Jane, come up here, I'm sorry.
Gray.
Gray, let's get some more in there.
Grayish. Ooh, it's kind of
Ooh, kind of
pinkish,
different.
lavenderish, grayish.
Grab somebody, come back next week, it'll be a different color. Really, there's
Yep.
so many non-variables in here,
Lavender.
it's different every week. Every week. Let me show you this. I'm gonna move along. I think I slowed down somewhere. I was chewing on that earlier, that's what it was. So, this can't be that acidic at this point. I mean, it's half it's alkaline water, and we know how powerful it is. And this is just a splash. This is what we're giving the kids. Stop giving them to the kids. Do you wanna drink it? Drink it. It's too acidic for the kids. You wonder why they're having all these issues in their young age, and they've been drinking this, because this is at every sports game, every baseball game, every birthday party, at school at lunchtime. This is everywhere. If you don't know, because your kids are grown, trust me, your grandkids are drinking this. And I have my own stories about my little boy. He was about every other week, he came home with his stomach upset, and we found out he had this at school. On that parent day of bringing lunch, they had a big old pallet out there. I'll just tell the story anyway. So we're Wilson, we're Douglas. We didn't get to go till 5 months into school, and we walk in and see that pallet, and we're like, why do you have so much? Oh, we've been doing this all year. And we bought 5,000 of them, for a cheap price. Oh, that's why my kid's been coming home. He's alkaline his whole life, and he's been drinking that once a week, only once every other week. This is Propel, diluted Propel. I'm gonna let you watch acid eat the minerals. You're watching acid eat the minerals. These are the very minerals in here. This is Gatorade. We try to do so little you can watch it happen. So when you're drinking this, what do you think it's doing in your body? It's eating magnesium, potassium, calcium, and you're coming up short. You're dealing with debilitation from it. What did I just do? Gatorade? I can do soda, but I think you know how that one goes, right? People are like, that's just a splash, guys. That's a splash of dilute. This is Capri Sun. This is the one that freaks people out. This is mainly alkaline water. This is all alkaline water. You know how powerful it is. Capri Sun can't be that acidic. You watch it even, you're back on medication. You're back on those things. I know that's hard to hear, but this is the truth. I'll show it to you on a big scale, and I'll tell you, documentation beats conversation. I'll tell you what other people think about it on the planet. Let's just move this over here. I think you kind of get it. I get to see your face. Most of you got it. Some of you are a little bit like, what am I watching? And that's okay. I did the same thing. Let's do it on a big scale, like what you might drink tomorrow. Because if you don't have this, we'll send you home with some. Let's get up in the morning and drink a bunch. Because who knows, this might be all true. It's not true. Let's make sure it's alkaline. Let's make sure it's alkalized. Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, There's no rules, just a bunch of drops. Now, this is a very healthy environment. You went to your doctor tomorrow and said, hey doc, is there any truth to an alkaline diet of me dealing with my health issues? And he's gonna tell you 100%, yeah, absolutely. And you'd be like, well, why didn't you ever tell me about this magic water? And you might say, what water? What about alkaline water? I don't know much about it. Well, what do you mean I could get healthy? Right? And then he's gonna proceed to tell you what you heard your whole life. If you're really serious about getting your health under control, you're gonna have to change the way you're living, your lifestyle. And you're like, done, easy. What do I gotta do? You ready? He says, you gotta stop eating this. And, you know, it's not gonna work, right? Don't ever eat this. Don't look at this. Don't take it out of a wrapper. Don't take it out of a can. And we're like, all that sounded good, but that's not gonna happen. I know me. Right? What does that mean? I mean, I'm not gonna quit smoking the cigar. I'm not gonna quit eating the cow. That sounds great, but I'm not gonna be able to live that kind of lifestyle. But let's find someone who could. They eat like a little bunny rabbit. I'm not making fun of you. They exercise every day. They don't eat any of those bad things, and they're very alkaline. But even if you ask that person, if you haven't seen this, watch this. Hey, you want a Sprite? You know what they're gonna say? No, not really. After that bald-headed guy freaked me out on pH. Just give me a splash because I miss the taste. Because there's no way a splash can make a difference with all my, you know, this isn't a little bitty cup. This is just a splash, a Sprite. It can't be that acidic. Well, it's 10,000 times more acidic than your blood. Guys, that was a splash of Sprite. I've done a demo, I poured some on my battery, I've done this, I still have a 3/4 of a cup left. Now, I sat where you were sitting thinking, hey, I get it. There's a lot I don't know, but you gave us the golden goose. Can I kind of do your deal and do my deal? Or do I got to change that way? Well, let's find out. 'Cause you know how powerful this is. If you don't know, let me show you. It's the same water, it's alkaline. Right? So I'm pouring it right here. Over a splash of, what did I use, Sprite? Can you see it eating the minerals? These are the minerals, and the acid eats the minerals. Acid, this is healthcare reform. This is how it's taught around the world. Your body's gonna leach into your body and take all those minerals out that you need when you're doing acidic things. You wanna drink them, but get them out of your mama's hand. Get them out of your hand, your spouse's hand. This is the root of health. It's pH driven. Is pH around you? Is pH around the world? It's just not taught in the United States. Let me share this and I'll move on. This is Dr. Hiroma Shinya. You know he's not from South Texas, right? He is, documentation does beat conversation. Some people need credentials, I'll give you credentials. Some people don't. He's the chief of the surgical endoscopy unit. I mean, he's not into endoscopy, he's the chief of all endoscopy. At a big hospital, I mean a small hospital, he's at the Beth Israel Medical Center. He's a clinical professor of surgery at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. He wrote a book. If you don't know him or recognize him, he invented the colonoscopy. He's the father of endoscopy. The snare that grabs the colon, the polyp off the colon, is called the Shinya method. He writes a book and he puts something in his book and he didn't slide it in the middle, he put it on page 1 of chapter 1, where he says that he takes all of his cancer patients, not in the United States, and he puts them on an alkaline diet. Has for years. He's done hundreds of thousands of colonoscopies. And he writes this in his book. I think you should find it interesting. The enzyme factor diet lifestyle introduced this book is able to report a clinical results of a 0 cancer recurrence rate. None of those people have cancer today. Yeah, hundreds of thousands. None of them have cancer. You say, well, he had to have meant something else. Well, the next paragraph, he says, I want to say that again. None of my patients have had to face cancer again. Where is that information? It's not in the United States. We do chemotherapy and radiation. And you can do your research on it. If you really want to know, there's a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. And it's Dr. Robert Wright. And get with us afterwards. I'll teach you that one. And he has 200 natural remedies towards cancer. And none of them are chemotherapy and radiation. So hey, give that a round of applause so I can keep going.